All right, Aquarius, let's get into a reading. Okay, let's see what's going on. I am saying that something could be taken from you. Something's taking place right now in your life, Aquarius, where you could be feeling like, I'm getting an energy of I can't win for losing. I'm getting an energy of when it rains, it pours. I'm getting an energy of things working out in your favor, but you not understanding how it's in your favor. So there could be things coming to light right now. Whether it's you thinking a relationship was great and you seeing that it's not great at all, or maybe there's choices in your past that you've made and you're now saying that you regret those choices, but it's kind of like make your bed and now you lay in it. So here's an example. I don't know why I'm getting this example, but I know someone personally who felt at one point that putting a baby up for adoption was the best choice. But now that they look back, they're haunted by that choice. That choice is something that eats them up day in and day out, because now that they look back, they're like, you know what? I didn't understand what I was signing up for. I wasn't educated. And I'm pretty much at the mercy of my choice. There's nothing I can do about it. You make a choice, you got to lay in it. You can't then go to court and go, well, I want that baby back. I know I signed up my rights. I know I gave it up for adoption 10 years ago, but I now understand the choices I made. Let me go back on that choice. That's what I'm seeing here, Aquarius. Now, this could be something smaller than that, because giving up a baby for adoption can be life-changing, life-altering. This could be something smaller than that, though, but you could be feeling consumed by what's happening right now. Now, I do think that you need to recognize that whatever's happening is to send you into a moment of self-reflection. Do you want to keep having the past reoccurring, or is it time for you to start making different choices towards a different future? Okay. I'm hearing I've got the power. So this could be your friendly reminder that you're a lot more powerful than you think you are. Do not minimize your power or the ability you have to make the choices that you need to make to get you to where you want to go. So if you're going to play the victim, you're going to get a victim reality, okay? Let's get the energy around your life, Aquarius. Yeah, feeling guarded, feeling defensive, feeling like you're needing to either fight your position. I am saying that there could be a final decision here being made on whether or not you want to transform something or call it a day. So right now in life, you could be noticing that if you're in love relationships, you might be doing the same type of relationship over and over. And let's say that this is a love relationship. You could be recognizing that this love relationship makes you defensive, makes you guarded. You could even recognize that it's maybe not the healthiest, it's toxic. However, you might be at a place where you're like, okay, am I ready to end it, or do I want to give this one last shot and see where this can go? So I am seeing in life, there's a choice here. You need to decide. Are you done learning a lesson, or are you going to think that things are going to get better without showing up differently? So if this is love, maybe recognize, Aquarius, that you can't make a relationship change. You can't make a relationship healthy unless both of you want it, okay? And it could be time for you to make a final decision around something in your life. This could be inviting you to take action. Hey, you see everything clearly. This job is toxic for you. You go in, these people have you making bad choices. Maybe you've relapsed. Maybe you're doing things you said you would never do. This is a final decision. Are you in or are you out? Are you going to see this situation for what it is and take yourself out of it? Or are you going to continue to say, well, it's fine. I don't have to give in to peer pressure. But one day you might be tired and you might give in to peer pressure. One day it might be the difference between having a ride to work and not, and you're giving in to peer pressure. They are telling me that in your life right now, you're feeling defensive, and it's for a reason. And you need to take action towards change and transformation and recognize that you've done learned the lesson. But you also have to take yourself out of the situation. Here's an example. If you've learned that you can't remember to pay your electric bill and every month your electric's getting cut off, you're going to what? You're going to learn the lesson and you're going to put it on auto pay, or you're going to make yourself a reminder so you don't forget it. But if we haven't learned the lesson yet, we will keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's what I'm getting here. So this could have to do with just life in general. This could have to do with love. This could be you recognizing, have you ever heard the saying, you can run from your problems, but you're always going to take you with you? What does that mean? Well, that means that unless you change something inside of you, those issues, those problems, no matter what relationship you're in, what job you're at, you're going to continue to have that because you've not changed you. So if you're always in a toxic relationship and it always turns out to be the same, what about you has you accepting those dynamics? Or what is it about you has you putting yourself in those situations time and time and time again? Because in order for you to get out of it, you've got to change something inside of you, whether it's not being attracted to that, not accepting that, not going towards that, not thinking that's what you deserve. So it's time for you to make a final choice. And the final choice is to offer yourself enough compassion that a change is possible. Literally, someone here could be very bitter and mean and vicious and controlling. Someone here could also be manipulative. This could be someone that you thought you were going to have success and victory with, but this could be someone who isn't what they seem to be. Some of you you've gotten yourself in a contract or a relationship with someone who isn't what they seem to be. So you've either accepted a job and now you're recognizing that you are working for a company that you don't like. They're mean, they're vicious, or this is a lover. You could be with a lover who is very manipulative, bitter, brutal with their words, emotionally detached. They could be the kind of person where they're great to be around until they're not seeing success and victory, and then you better get the hell out of their way because they're like a bull in a china shop. A lot of people could see this person as successful. So when you first started dating this person or you first took this job, people could have told you that's a good job. Oh, the benefits that job's got. But they might not know the culture of that job. Same if this is a lover. This could be people who's like, oh yeah, he or she, they're a good one, they're a keeper, but they might not know what goes on behind closed doors. This could be the kind of man or woman who turns your phone off at a certain time, goes to the breaker box, turns it off. I mean, we're talking controlling. We're talking manipulative. We're talking, you do this, you ain't gonna have a place to live, bet. That's gonna be this person's energy. And you could have recognized that you were investing in something that was only temporary. That could be for some of you, recognizing that you were only giving to something that was temporary. But you could want to fight for it to have a bigger place in your life or a more secure place in your life. So be careful of fighting for something when it's not meant to be there. Okay, give me your love life. Yeah, waiting. Waiting for something or planning for the future. See, again, feeling wounded. Feeling like all the relationships you find yourself in are bringing more damage than good. But all of this could be happening for you to temper sides of you that need to be tempered. If you've been going through a lot of relationships that aren't what they seem to be, you get in them for them to then fall apart. You're waiting for something to change, but nothing ever changes. It could be teaching you that there's parts of you that need to be balanced and healed, or you're going to continue to invest in people who seem to be one way, but are a completely different way. This could also be trying to get you connected to your higher self so you can listen to your intuition. So I'm saying that you're getting clarity here coming up that you need to end something. But whether or not you end it is up to you. This is the kind of relationship where you don't want to go home. This is the kind of relationship where if you've been with this person for a while, maybe 3 months, 3 years, you guys could be getting out of the honeymoon stage. This could be the relationship that's out of the honeymoon stage and it's mainly fighting. And you could want to balance it and heal it, but you could think that balancing it and healing it could be adding something on. Okay, well, let's have a kid. We've been fighting a lot. Let's have a baby. Okay, let's go get a dog together. Me and you can't get along right now, so let's go get an animal. well, let's go get married. Yeah, I know, but you know what? I love you and I'm going to show that I love you. I know me and you just cussed each other out, but let's go to the courthouse. Let's get married. Be careful of doing that, okay? Because that could be something that needs to balance inside of you is your extremes. Why is it when you guys have a fight, instead of figuring out why we're fighting or why we're constantly oil and gasoline, we want to completely avoid the problem altogether and go get married? Go add something on to our dynamic, our relationship. Why are we running from the problem? That's what I'm saying here. And that could be something inside of you that needs to balance. The side of you that wants to maybe hit the ground running to the next doorway instead of understanding what you're learning here, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. You could also be losing a lot of sleep because maybe you want something specific in love and you feel like you're not getting there. There could even be something here where you could be comparing new lovers or current lovers to someone you've done had or you've done been with. It could have been a relationship that you crumbled. Maybe you were in a phase of your life when you didn't care. Maybe you were in a phase of your life where you were playing games. Aquarius, this could be another person though. I'm definitely seeing that there could be someone regretting around love letting you go, or someone you could be regretting letting go of. And one of your karmic justices could be that you ruined a relationship or someone ruined a relationship with you, and now every other person they compare to you. So Aquarius, let's say that there was a man that you had in your past, and maybe you were in your stage of your life where you were young and you wanted to go out with your friends and you knew he was special, but you also wanted to go out with the girls. You were young. Well, maybe you ruined that relationship because of it. And now that you're single at, I don't fucking know, 42, you look back on him and you're like, you know, I knew exactly what I was doing. I was choosing my friends over him. But now that I look back, I realize that nothing compares to that relationship. He rode hard for me. He just wanted to wife me up and have kids with me. But damn it, I didn't want to be controlled. And I felt that that was him being controlling. But now I look back, the reason I can't ever be happy is because they're not him. They're not them. This could have been a woman. I definitely feel like someone knew exactly what they were doing, but that's one of their regrets. Now they look back and go, I wish I could have that back. But all these negative relationships or toxic relationships could be showing someone that, one, they're wounded. They need to temper sides of them that are not beneficial. One of the things that they need to temper could be thinking the grass is greener. So what do I mean by that? Sometimes, here's an example. I had a conversation with someone yesterday and he made a comment to me. He said, you know, Danielle, I'm just waiting for the one. And he said, what about you? And I said, I don't believe in the one. And he went, what do you mean you don't believe in the one? And I went, well, how many women have you met that you thought was the one? And he told me, he said about 6. And I said, exactly. There has been 6 different women that you thought was this prize, that you thought, oh my God, this is her. So you put her on a pedestal. And then when shit really hits the fan, all of a sudden she's off the pedestal and she's not as perfect or as great as you thought she was because she's not the one. When in my mind, the one is the person who's willing to fight for the relationship with you. The one is the one who has the same goals and aspirations and desires as you and is willing to fight for that. To me, that is the one. It is the one that you should bet on. It is the one that you should go to hell and back for because you both want the same things and you're willing to fight for it. But sometimes we're out here thinking, okay, but the one is going to do this certain thing. This one is going to make me feel a certain way. And then you might be in your 40s and look back and go, maybe the one didn't make me feel that at all. Maybe the one was calm. Maybe the one was passionate. Maybe the one was behind closed doors having fights with me and trying to get me to see things differently. But I was fighting with them because my boys are out. I need to go with them. Sometimes what we classify as the one isn't the one at all. It's what society has made us think the one looks like. The one who will take your breath away. The one who will come and sweep you off your feet and never treat you a way that you don't want to be treated, when that's not reality. And for some of you, that's what someone here had to go through. Someone here had to go through the learning phase of there's no such thing as the one. There's no such thing as the perfect person for you. It's you finding a person who wants the same things as you, and you're both willing to go after it. You both have the same desires, the same goals, and you both are willing to sacrifice for the unit, for one another, because you know that when they're down, you got them, and vice versa. But that's really hard to find. And if you're always thinking that the grass is greener, that it's in your future, or if you're out here acting a certain way, well, I know exactly what I'm doing, it's fine, I can find someone just like you in the future. You might look back in the future and go, fuck, I done had it and I didn't see it. I didn't see it because I wasn't able to temper sides of me that I needed to temper. I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew I was playing games. I knew that I had them and that I had them, so I didn't think I could lose them. Yet here I am. That's what I'm saying, okay? All right, give me some energy around your money. I see you doing a lot of self-reflection on how you can get some sort of financial security. So some of you could be wanting to start your own business. Some of you could be wanting more money. I see here coming up that you're going to have to make a choice after doing some sort of self-reflection on what you want and where you're going. So here coming up, around your money and your career, you're going to have an opportunity to leave one company to go to another, an opportunity to maybe do something that's going to seem like a gamble, but if it pays off, it's going to pay off. This could be starting your own business. This could be going back to school, but there's also a possibility that you won't use that degree because maybe you're going to get the degree and you don't want it after you get it. You just wanted the financial security that would come with it. I am seeing here coming up, you've got a choice, but you're going to have strength and courage to make the choice. So let's say that this is something as simple as, Danielle, I work for someone. We own a car body company. We own an auto body shop. And I know that if I start my own auto body shop, I'll probably make bank. But I don't know if it's a wise choice. It's going to take a lot of strength. It's going to take a lot of courage. I'm probably going to be in debt for the first year. I don't know if I know everything that I should know. I don't know if I'm strong enough to learn it. It is going to take strength and courage for you to take that action, for you to do the damn thing. And Spirit is saying, listen, after doing self-reflection, ask yourself, one, why are you feeling uncomfortable where you're at? And two, why do you think we gave you a dream that you're not supposed to go after? If there's a part of you that wants to go open that auto body shop, maybe it's because there's a part of you that can bring something new to the table that nobody else can. Whether it's the way you speak to people, or maybe it's the kind of product you bring to the table, or maybe it's a turnaround time. Maybe all the other auto body shops have horrible communication skills and you want to have one that strives on communication. That's what I'm saying here. But in order for you to do the damn thing, you're going to have to bet on yourself. And there might be a part of you that isn't going to want to. So I am saying that your money here coming up could evolve. You could get some sort of financial security, but you're going to have to take action to get you there. You're going to have the strength and the courage to say, this might not be the best choice. This might be a dumb choice, but I'm going to do it. And once you do it, I think it's going to bring some sort of financial security that you don't expect, that you're kind of nervous isn't going to take place, okay? So what is your advice? And we're going to wrap this up. Advice. Your advice is to keep investing. Keep pouring into things that you want to see pay off. And make final decisions. Even final decisions that could be scary. So your advice is keep pouring into the things that you want long term. Keep pouring into the things that you want to grow. So what are we not going to pour into? We're not going to pour into a toxic relationship. If every time you go home, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, the person you call your lover is bitching, do we want that to grow? Probably not. And if we can't fix the issue, we need to what? We need to let it go. So Spirit is saying, have the strength and the courage to make final choices. Have the strength and the courage to only invest in things that you want to grow. And if you invest in toxicity, recognize that the toxicity will grow. If you're investing in that toxic relationship, recognize that the toxicity might grow. Here's an example. I know someone who's dating, and when they first started dating, the relationship was toxic, but it was bearable toxic. Like the kind where they would make it awkward if you're in a family dynamic or a friend dynamic and they were arguing. It's like, okay, this is awkward, but it isn't anything too crazy. Well, after they had been together for a decade, it got worse. It became more intense to the point where it became physical, and other people would then get involved because they had no boundaries anymore. They didn't keep things behind closed doors anymore. The toxicity grew because they continue to give their effort to it. They continue to say, you know what, I love this relationship. I don't love the toxic parts, and the toxic is more than the positive, but I love this relationship and I'm not going to let it go. But what they didn't recognize 10 plus years ago is that not only would the good grow, but the toxic would grow. And sometimes the toxic parts of a relationship or a job can be consuming, okay? That's what I'm saying here. So make sure that what you're giving your time, your energy, your effort, your attention to, you want it to grow. That includes toxic relationships, toxic people. If every time you go around that friend and they got something dumb to say, maybe it's toxic. Maybe we shouldn't give to that no more. Do you really want to go around that friend and them always have something smart to say? No, we do not. Why are we giving to something that's toxic? Do we want that to grow? Do we want that to get worse? That's what I'm saying here. So have the strength and the courage to make choices that maybe you don't want to make. Have the strength and the courage to close cycles, to close doors, and to do things that you're scared of. Because only then are you going to get the life that you claim you want, Aquarius. All right? All right, leave it here. Have a blessed day.